Hey guys, it's Elle and welcome back to the Little Bloom Library. This is our second long-form NaNoWriMo video. It is currently day 4 and you guys should be at 6,667 words by the end of today. Today I thought I would do a short little video that's kind of going over some comments that I have received. The first one being, like, how do I manage to get my writing done with all of the responsibilities that I have going on? And I saw another one that was talking about planning versus pantsing. And in my short this morning at 7:30 a.m., I happened to mention that I've been pantsing this novel, but I do have ideas and tips and tricks for if you're planning it. So, as I said, I have not yet written today, so I'm still sitting at around 7,000 words so far. I'm a little tiny bit ahead of schedule because I just happened to write a lot on the 2nd. I was really inspired and I ended up writing 2,800 words that day, so I got a little boost ahead of where I need to be. But as for the comments that I have been receiving, the first one that I'm going to talk about is how do I manage to get everything done with all of the numerous responsibilities that I do have going on at the same time. The really simple answer I have for you for this one, and unfortunately is not super convenient, is I just type wickedly fast. So I can get my word count done in maybe 45 minutes or less, usually less if I'm in the zone. And unfortunately I know that that is not applicable to most people, but I do have a tip for the general populace, I think. And that is, make sure that you're writing around the same time every day, or set a time that you want to write every day. I have found that I've ended up writing around 1 to 2 p.m. every single day. NaNoWriMo will actually tell you on the website when you update your word count what the general time frame is that you write in. So pick a time that you know you're going to be free, you know you're going to have time, and try to stick to that, because being on a schedule is going to make writing that much easier. As for the comment addressing planning versus pantsing, this one is a little more difficult to explain. I think it really depends on the person who's writing and what works best for them. Writing a novel is an incredibly personal experience and no two people do it exactly the same. And even if I give you examples of outlining, you might find that those examples don't work for you. So it's difficult for me to give you solid advice, as in, this is the only way anyone should do it, this is the right way to do it, when it's not. It's not the only way people should do it, and it's not the right way to do it. I have tried millions of times to outline. It doesn't really work for me when it comes to really detailed outlines. But the things that I can tell you that I would recommend if you're trying to outline is a bulleted list. You can bullet it by chapter or by set of chapters. So if you're thinking, this is going to be a really long novel, I imagine I'm going to have 60 chapters. Maybe go through and write a bulleted list where it says chapters 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. Section it out, and instead of going chapter by chapter by chapter, write in that bulleted list the things that you want to happen at some point in that section of the book. These can be super general ideas like fight happens between main character and villain, or romance option appears. They can be super vague. You can make them as detailed as you want. I find that that didn't work super well for me. Having a general idea of where I wanted things to happen and when I wanted them to happen was enough for me personally. I would also recommend not going super detailed on your outlines anyways, because as you're writing, characters tend to surprise their authors, and sometimes you have an idea of where the story is going, and you're writing it, and your main character shows up out of nowhere and is like, just kidding, all of that planning you did, I disagree with it. We're going my way now. So a basic outline, I find, is way more helpful than a super chapter by chapter, scene by scene outline. If that works for you though, go for it. And that's exactly why I said giving advice on how to outline is really difficult for me, because I understand that, first of all, I don't do it anymore. And second of all, it's gonna work differently for every person who's doing it. But that's really all I wanted to share in today's video. I'm gonna try to keep the long form videos a little bit on the shorter side so that they're easier to digest for people who want to watch them. I think this one, I filled out the calendar over here as you can see, so that's really cool. I think this one is a little better than the first one. But anyway, I will see you guys again another time for a short or a long form video or whatever that might be. I wish you guys the best of luck on your writing adventure so far this November. Let me know in the comments down below how you're doing, what you're doing, how writing is going for you. And I will see you guys when I see you. So peace out and happy writing, everyone.